Welcome to Georgina Life. On today's show, Georgina Fire, Here I Go, and BLCK Diamond Beauty.
And we're cooking with the Garden of Eden. All of this and more on today's Georgina Life.
Welcome back, Georgina. So you will see that there's a different face on the couch with me today. Our lovely Linda Q is off in Ottawa, late birthday celebration with her sister. So Amina's here today. Welcome. Good to have you back. Very, very excited.
It's been a crazy, busy, wild morning already.
I tell you, we're not even going to go there. And we would be remiss if we did not say happy birthday to our producer and director, Jeremiah Breton, whose
Happy birthday
was this past weekend. So we have got a full show. Let me tell you, Georgina, so many guests, so much stuff to cover. So who is to your left?
We have Nicole Taylor here from BLCK Diamond Beauty. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You are the owner, and you just had a huge event over the weekend. So we want to just jump in and tell us all about the business and about the event.
Okay, so we had our grand opening on May 6th, which was Saturday, basically a little later than we expected, but we had our grand opening, and we are a beauty studio in Keswick, located at Glenwoods in the Queensway South, 482, Unit 6. So we had our grand opening, and basically we are, I would like to say, a dream team of beauty experts, and our biggest goal is to have our clients leave their most elevated self. So with saying that, we offer a variety of services to be able to do so. Our biggest thing is our client and making sure that they get what they're looking to get, their desires, their whatever makes them feel their most elevated self. So we offer a lot. We offer facials, we have a couple of machines. We have permanent makeup, we have our spiritual side of things, lashes, lash lift and tints, fine line tattoos, spray tanning, nails.
Oh my gosh.
And we actually bring in some pop-ups now and then because we're really about empowering women. So empowered women, empower women.
Yeah, it's important. So so tell us just about the opening, the event. What did that look like?
So of course there was lots of food because I'm kind of a little bit of a foodie. Drinks, of course. And then we had the chamber join us. Margaret Quirk was there too.
Always, she's there, the mayor.
I know. Yeah, so it was beautiful. I'd never met her before or some of the chamber members, so it was a pleasure to have them.
We can see the photos there of the event.
Those. Wow.
You have Chamber of Commerce
There's
there.
Madam Mayor.
The mayor, yep.
Yeah, and my, I'm obviously photogenic. That's just me.
You have a big staff.
Yes, and some of them were just joining us for the weekend too. I really am about people owning their power in their businesses. So if there's people that want to join alongside us, I'm for it. And we support a lot of local businesses with even their products on our shelves as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, well, that's just
Look at
fabulous. I'm loving
That's
that.
me.
So you said so people join you for the weekend. So is that like the pop-up business?
Yeah, we have
That's what
pop-ups
you mean
all
as
the time.
pop-ups.
And actually for Grad and Prom each year, or since we've been open for a little bit, but anyways, I bring in makeup artists and hairstylists to be able to help the girls within the community to be able to be their most elevated self for Grad and Prom. So
I'm loving that theme, that thank you. You're carrying that through everything you say, and I absolutely...
Teamwork makes the dream work, right? So
I was raised by a single mom, so I'm all about the power of female.
I'm actually doing it myself as well. I lost my husband just under 2 years ago, so I'm doing it, and I work with a lot of women who are moms, have busy schedules. So that's another great thing that we offer is our schedule is so flexible. Like when people ask us...
That's what I noticed.
Okay, you get in there, girl.
I totally noticed your hours. So as an entrepreneur, I know when it comes to customer service and hours, that plays a huge impact on someone's life.
Absolutely.
So you have, tell us about the hours.
Tell us about these hours.
Yeah. So basically because, all the women within BLCK Diamond Beauty kind of have their own story and they realize that schedules have to be flexible. So everybody kind of has their own schedule. We have our lash extensions, who we have somebody that's accommodating in the day and somebody that's evening and the weekends. And
Love that.
all the other girls are kind of on the same page. So we're really trying to work for them, and then obviously our clients, because everybody's schedule looks different.
Like I noticed 7 days a week there
Yeah.
for some of your services,
Yeah.
which
We
is
try.
phenomenal and unheard of in the spa, right? Really in the beauty
yeah.
industry? Truly.
Well, it is, because I mean, you know, I live in, I swear, a half a dozen different places, and I'm very high maintenance, if you haven't noticed.
I'm high maintenance, low maintenance. That's why I have a lot of permit.
But it's like, try and get your nails done on a Sunday, when that's the
Yeah.
only day that you've got.
Exactly.
And I want them fresh for the show on Monday.
I'm for it.
So I have to ask. So will there eventually be services for men?
Oh, we do men as well. It's
good.
just,
Okay.
yeah, no,
All
for
right.
sure. I'm all for it.
I just want to make sure that I could come in.
Like, empower women.
Yeah.
I, myself as an entrepreneur, have had to prove myself as a woman sometimes, but I think that there's a lot of men. And there's a lot of businesses within the community that I support, some being men, some being females.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
So we do that as well. I actually
good.
just went back to school. So I took an esthetician and laser tech program, and I'm offering it, and it's for everybody.
That's it.
No discrimination. I just love my ladies.
We all got hair.
Yeah,
I mean, let's
absolutely.
get it off
So can
in
you-
places we don't want it sometimes. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
I
Can
Can you
get
touch
it.
on all the different services again?
Okay, so there's so many. Okay, so I offer facials alongside the newest member, Callista, and we have a Venus, we have a ProCell. I just brought in Bright, actually, which is
I don't know what any of that is.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. It's one of those things that it's a one stop for everything.
Thank you. That's what I wanted the
love it.
viewers to understand.
Yeah.
The one-stop shop.
Yeah, and I'm all about empowering people in the beauty industry. So yeah, if you've got something to offer, I'm always there to give you that shot, because somebody trusted me and somebody gave me that opportunity. So why would I not want to pay it forward?
So you also have the fine line tattoos?
Yeah, we have fine line tattoos, permanent makeup, all things brows. And yeah, we have lash extensions, but also lash lift and tints. We have our spray tanning. Yeah, we have
love spray tanning.
Well,
Wow.
it's a much safer version. Let's be real. We all
it
love the
is,
sun, but
yes.
now as a skincare person and somebody that's noticed what the UV rays do, SPF is like all the way, and
Yeah.
so we're trying to take a safer alternative to having that bronze.
Yeah.
So how long have you had the business?
So I would have actually got the keys for the business 2 years ago on Friday.
And how did you start the business?
So actually, it kind of started as a home business, family owned. We were offering lash extensions. I was managing it for my sister, actually. And, you know, me and my husband were doing design and build and renovations and everything in the States at the time, and COVID hit. And I basically decided, you know what, I've been in this industry. I don't know a lot, but I'm all for it. So I was like, let's do a beauty studio. So we got a location, started the renovation process. Unfortunately, I lost my husband in that time. So that's why we had to do our grand opening a little later, but better late than never. So.
Exactly. So we want to give a shout out to your team again. So we're going to bring up the image of your team. So can you share with us who we're looking at here in this
so
pic?
to the left, my left, that would be Tara. She actually pops in to do tooth gems and teeth whitening for the smiles.
Stop.
Then there's Felicia. She does our lash extensions. Lindsay actually does one of our machines for facials, as well as she has a spiritual side, so that's a great thing to offer as well. Then we have Sherry. She is the permanent makeup, and she's just taken on so many other things. She's doing fine line. She's like all things brows. Amazing. Then we have Krista, and she's our lash extension. And then we have Callista. She's went to school with me, so we're going to be both giving like the facials and all of our machines. And then Abby, she does nails, and she has a couple other things that she's trying to offer as well.
I'm exhausted just
like
hearing
it's very dynamic.
It's a lot, but
Well,
I feel like
it
if we
is.
want to be able to have the client
Yeah.
really be their most elevated self, then we need to offer them a variety of things that will work for them, because not everybody's the same.
This is like
So-
candy for us.
I know, I'm loving this. I can't. So where are we going to send our viewers to get more information about you and your services?
Okay, 482, the Queensway South, and we're Unit 6. We're just in between the brewery and Pizza Hut, just along the right side. kind of a hidden gem, no pun intended, but you actually will see like a diamond hanging from the road.
Super. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Lovely to meet you. Hey, Georgina, don't go anywhere. We have got so much more on today's Georgina Life.
I find that I'm always wondering what kind of product to use on my hair. I always have a million questions. I walk into a store, I don't know what to use, what to buy. And we're going to solve all of those questions with some great answers with Margaret Harrison from Hair I Go. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. So I know you have a number of products here and you're going to take us through it. And I know we're going to have, Grant and I'm going to have a million questions.
Well, I have no hair, but what I do want to say, though, I think it's important for everyone to understand not one shampoo and conditioner is good for everybody.
That is
I
correct.
wanted to set that up for you so we can take it from there.
Definitely.
So how do we know
well,
what to use?
we call you. We call her.
you
That's
call
what we
me, you
do.
ask me, and I tell you. Actually, depending on what's in your hair, if it's processed, which can be a perm, it can be color, it can be highlight, and also gray hair. Gray hair tends to be...
Yes.
Yeah, it can be coarser in texture, a little bit harder to manage. It can be wiry, it can be many different... And then other people's is very fine, just depending on the type of gray hair that they have. So different products for different hair. For instance, gray hair, you would want to use maybe like a purple shampoo to tone out the yellowing. It tends to go a bit yellow. So that's a good option for gray hair, just to add some shine where the silver is.
I'm going to ask you about that when we come off camera, because I wanted to do that as well.
It just adds shine and it tones out all the yellows that the hair picks up from water. It's almost like it tarnishes, right?
Yes.
And then, of course, somebody like myself, if I wanted to make my hair lighter.
We can't talk about your hair. Your hair's fabulous.
Your hair is just like...
You can't,
thank you.
Girl, your hair walked in the door before you did this morning.
Oh,
which
thank
is
you.
Absolutely fabulous.
Thank you. So, yeah, for me, if I wanted to tone out some of the gold undertones, I could use a bluing shampoo, which... is it Biolash? Yeah, Matrix. They have the bluing shampoo, and
Which
then
one would that be?
one is
Show us
that?
that.
the one with the blue on it, which is this
Okay.
one here.
Yeah, okay.
This one has see the color on the label. That is the color of the shampoo.
Okay.
It's very dark. So if you were blonde and you left that on your hair for like 5 minutes, your hair could possibly come out that color.
Ooh.
Oh.
And people have done that by mistake. It does wash off, but it's so dark that it tarnishes the hair with the blue.
So you really need to follow the instructions.
Right,
Okay.
right. And then this one here is this one is a green one, and the green one would be something like for somebody like me, where I have a lot of gold in my hair.
Okay.
And I really, really want to tone it out. Green neutralizes more red, and purple is more like a yellow. So it's the color wheel,
So confused.
right?
Right.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
it's like a color
I
wheel.
thought we just put ash in to tone down the
my.
gold. Like, this is all new
Yeah.
stuff to me now.
Yeah, it's a lot to know. It is for sure. And then, and then the other shampoo there is this one here. This is like a sleeking shampoo. So this is for somebody who has really fuzzy, dry, curly hair, and they want to keep it maybe a little bit more streamlined, or they might want to flat iron it. It's heavy. The conditioners are heavy, so they weigh down the hair a little bit.
So
which
it's maybe more for like thicker hair.
If you used it on thin hair, it might be too heavy,
Yes.
and then it would weigh it down. So again, fine hair, you want to use a lighter shampoo and conditioner.
Yes.
Not as moisturizing. And then...
So, the K word, keratin.
Oh, right.
Everybody talks about keratin. We have no idea what it is.
Right. So keratin is what's in our hair, naturally.
Okay. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Okay, I didn't.
But I don't know anything about putting it back in or replenishing
Okay.
it. Yeah, I don't.
Well, our hair has S and H bonds in them, and
Okay.
basically...
That I didn't know.
No, I didn't know
Yeah,
that
so
either.
that part of it. But the products themselves, I think Olaplex has some keratin in it. It rebuilds on the hair.
So do we lose it over time? as we get older, or do we just lose it, or do we lose it at all?
Not an age thing. It's mainly from products or processing, like processing your hair, perms, colors, highlights. You lose your keratin in your hair, so you want to add it back.
My God, I lost that 40 years ago, Margaret. After all the processing.
You might actually be surprised how much, like we really do have it in our hair naturally.
Okay.
But when you're coloring it and highlighting it, you want to put something back into it. Keratin will rebuild the strand a little bit.
Okay.
The problem with it is if you use it all the time, it can make it too strong and it can break off.
Okay.
And most people don't know that. That's why a lot of products in the stores don't have keratin in them, and if they do, it's very low amount because it can be misused. But if you get it in a salon and you know a little bit about it, then there's less chance of that happening, right?
You have another bottle over there, the Opulex. I wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah.
I have that bottle.
Yeah.
But when I use it, I don't follow the instructions. I like to use it maybe at night before the next day, before I'm going to wash my hair.
Okay.
Does that still work okay?
Well, that one is a bonding condition, like a leave-in.
Yeah.
Do you have that one, or do you have the oil, or do you have the shampoo or the conditioner? Which one do you have?
It looks like that bottle.
They all kind of look the same.
It's a small bottle like that size.
Yeah.
And it comes out as a cream.
Yep.
Is this the
all
one
the
on the end?
Yeah, it's
Show us the bottle.
They all, you know what? It's really funny because
Yes.
all the packaging looks similar. It's just the number is different.
Okay.
So like a number 1, a number 2, a number 3.
Okay.
And
I
so-
think it's number 6.
Okay, so this is a smoother. I put this on wet hair.
Okay.
You're putting it on dry hair.
I am.
I have never heard of anybody doing that. I guess you could, but
Note to self, Miss Amina.
It says right on it, leave-in styling treatment.
I know what it says, but it's just
Well,
what
why
I do.
would we read it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God. Think you were a man with the instructions. Read the darn
I'm like, there's no
instructions.
time. I'm going to put it in at night and just leave it, and then I just wash it out in the morning, and I hope it does something.
Yeah. I don't know. That's not really how you're supposed to use it.
Okay.
But I guess you could. How does your hair feel? Like, does
I
it
don't know.
feel?
Don't notice.
No? Does it feel dry?
Oh,
Does it?
that's important. Let's go buy a product and not notice what
Exactly,
it does for the hair. That's always key.
No, I
Always key.
I put it in wet, and you can comb tangles right out.
Right. Okay.
We're going to run out of time, but I wanted to ask you, other than the products looking pretty in the bathroom,
Yes.
do we need to have the shampoo and conditioner under the same label?
Good question.
No, not really. Not really.
Okay.
For instance, you may have fine hair that's processed, so you need moisture, but you
in
don't
your
want
conditioner.
to. Right,
Okay.
right. But you don't want a heavy one, so
Okay.
you may find something that's a little lighter in a different line.
So,
We need
where are we
you on
going?
speed dial.
Yes, where are we going?
How do we get a hold of you?
So here I go, 905-954-5254.
Yeah. It's fantastic. I mean, great information. I mean, things that not everyone's going to know. So thank you so
Right.
much. Georgina,
You're
don't go
welcome.
anywhere. We've got so much more on today's Georgina Life. Welcome back, Georgina. Now ask yourself, am I truly ever prepared for an emergency? Sit with that. Kaylee Howder, our next guest, Fire Prevention Officer, Georgina Fire and Rescue Services, is probably going to tell us, no, we're never ready for an emergency. So good to have you back again.
Thank you for having me.
So, I'm seeing something obvious like a wipe and toothpaste and toilet tissue. But share with the viewers, what do we need? I mean, the basics to manage.
Absolutely. So this week is Emergency Preparedness Week.
Thank
so
you.
we're bringing awareness to being prepared for an emergency.
Okay.
And I think within the last couple of years, we can kind of appreciate it a little bit more,
Yes.
being prepared for an emergency.
Yeah.
So on the table, just a little spattering of what you would need in an emergency kit. So we always say have a kit for your family, your pets, anyone who lives in the house for you, so that you can survive on what you have for 72 hours. That's kind of the magic number.
Okay.
Let's say the power goes out or you're not able to leave the house to get food. What do we have that's set aside specifically for an emergency, right? So some of the stuff I've taken from my basement, from my emergency kit, so I just have like a big bucket in in the basement.
I was going to totally ask you that.
I know,
I
and
thought
I'm
you were
just
going to
like,
say no.
I'm
You
so
were ready.
embarrassed. I just want to do this.
Wow, you were ready.
Yes.
Okay.
So I do keep stuff in the basement. So I always have a blanket there. Bathroom tissue, obviously,
Yes.
toothbrush, toothpaste, flashlight with charged batteries, a cell phone charger, so just like one of those block chargers that you can get.
Yes.
Obviously, if you have younger kids, baby wipes, diapers, pets, pet food, any little toys to keep them occupied if they need it for your kids and for your pets.
Yeah, because I wonder whether
Yeah.
we really do. I mean, I don't have pets, nor do I have children. Thank you. But, you know, how would we remember our pets?
Yeah, and it's something like we have food for our pets, so whether you get the canned food or if it's a bag of food.
Yeah.
I always say if you're getting canned stuff, especially for like myself, I have the can of beans
Yes.
or get a can opener with it.
Yeah, I
Because
was
the
just
worst
gonna say
thing
that.
to be
You
is
need
to
a
be
can
stuck
opener.
somewhere without
That'd
a can
be
opener.
with a
Screwdriver.
pen, jamming the top,
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to get
Exactly.
it open. Yes.
Yeah. So just kind of
Yeah.
thinking through what you would need. Copy of any paperwork that
Yes.
you need. Right?
Passports.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. Money, some cash.
Yeah.
If we can't leave the house or the ATMs aren't working,
Right.
you have a little bit of cash to get you through 72 hours, right? And then a plan with your family, right? So if you think out west right now, they're dealing with a lot of
Oh,
fires.
the fires in Alberta.
There's multiple people that have been asked to leave their homes. So
Yes.
having a bucket that you can grab with
Yes.
everything in it, a duffel bag ready to go, and then having a plan, like if we do have to leave, this is where we're going to go.
Yes.
Making sure if you have pets, it's a pet-friendly place, you can take them with you, that sort of thing. So just having that plan, talking about it with the people around you and your loved ones is very important.
I think I need a suitcase now that I think about it. Like, I no, for real. Like you
Well,
and I.
oh, hello, definitely.
we
because
need
when
a
the lights
large
come on,
suitcase.
we better look like this.
So mirrors, backlit. Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
So I want to reiterate the cash again because none of us carry cash.
I know.
We totally depend on
do.
our debit cards.
totally.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, it's
See, I
always
do
the
too.
moms.
I'm old school.
The moms that do.
Yeah.
I don't think the dads do. But
Yeah,
I mean, I know I don't, and I'm so embarrassed.
No, and a lot of people don't anymore, right? Because we're such a credit card community. Like
Yes.
we can buy anything with plastic now, which is
Or your
super
phone.
convenient, or your phone, yeah. So, but yeah, having a bit of cash sitting around in case we can't use our debit cards or such like that.
Yeah,
right?
because because I mean, we're never going to be ready for this, so we need to
Yeah.
be ready for it.
Oh, exactly. And a lot of people think, well, we live up here in Georgina. Like, what are the emergencies that we have to prepare for? But if we think about it, like the pandemic was a big
Yeah.
emergency. Tornado hit
Yeah.
Uxbridge a couple years ago, so
Yeah.
that's super close to home. Flooding is a big possibility in our area as well because we're right on the lake.
So we're. Oh, sorry, my love. More information.
Yeah, so for more information, we just go, I guess, onto the fire department site.
Yep.
for
So
Georgina.
georgina.ca/fire.
Perfect.
And then there's an emergency preparedness tab, and under there we have links to York Region, who
Love
does
that.
a lot of their emergency preparedness,
Love that.
as well as different organizations that you can get
Super.
information about.
Thank you
Super.
so much. We're going to be back with a lot more. We got Forrest Jones Entertainment coming up. So stay put. We'll be right back. We have a very special hidden gem in our community, and it's the Stephen Leacock Theatre for Performing Arts. Today we have Forrest Jones for Forrest Jones Entertainment here to talk about all the upcoming events that are going on over at the Stephen Leacock Theatre. Welcome to the show.
Wow, thanks for having
Good
me
to
back.
see you again.
Yes, good to see
Always
you. It's been a long
great.
time.
There's a lot happening going on. Tell us all the crazy events, live shows.
Yes. Yeah, well, it's
Where do we
starting.
start?
Yeah, it's starting. I mean, it is a great venue. And I hope that folks that have been there tell other folks about
Yes.
it that haven't, because really it is just such a wonderful place. But yeah, starting, up soon is in September, so it's a little bit off, but
Yeah.
we're preparing for our big fall, shows that are coming up here. Tribute to Neil Diamond and Dolly Parton. It is always a very popular event. It's always an event, wherever we put that show, it sells out everywhere. So
I'm
for that
definitely going to
one-
be getting tickets for that for my dad.
Yeah, they're really good too. They're genuinely
Diamond
nice
and
people. So
Rhinestone.
that's September 15th coming up. Like I said, not till the fall, but really a great show. And then I try to do a show at least once a month, just from a Forrest Jones Entertainment point of view.
Yeah.
And I know there's also other wonderful shows that are put on by the town and other fine folks in the community. You've got one coming up soon, so that's always great. So the spice of life is variety, right?
Yes.
So why not, jump right into the next show, which you'll see coming up. October 14th, Susan Aglukar, 2-time Juno Award winner. And what a beautiful woman, what a beautiful soul, and what a beautiful voice.
And I wanted to ask quickly, I don't want to take away from your time, but I have not seen or heard anything of her in many, many years. Has she just been laying low?
She's just been kind of keeping to herself. She's actually written a book recently, so she's doing a bit of a book tour.
I saw that on social media.
And so we're really blessed to have her and coming to our community. And it's also, thanks, frankly, to the support of the town of Georgina and to Wendy Coomer, Primerica Real Estate Agent, sponsoring the event. So this is going to be a great show. This is a little wine and cheese party to start. If you want to buy a VIP ticket and do a little mix and mingle.
Sure.
And then the show. And then it's also, maybe there's a lot more to come. Let me put it that way.
We need to get you and her on our show. We'll just move along now.
We'll just put that little plug out there.
We'll just do that.
We might just work on that.
Okay.
After that, what have we got coming? We've got more. We've got all kinds of shows coming. But women in music. Well, you want to talk about some of the best women in music? They're right there on your screen. Shania Twain, Adele, Cher. We've got a tribute to the Material Girls. And this show, you want to talk about women empowerment. Wow.
Yeah,
this is going to be a show that is going to knock your socks off. Yes, that's the word I was going to use. That's coming up November 10th, and that's going to be, of course, at the Stephen Leacock Theatre. Wonderful. Not only do they look like the part, they sound like the part. It's just a phenomenal show that is new and fresh, and it's never been to the area. So
good.
Coming up real soon.
As soon as I saw that, I'm like, it brought me back to my roller skating days. Call me! No, Material Girl. Oh my God, I'm so in.
Well,
I'm so in for
he
that.
had me at Cher. Because that's my misspent youth and Cher. Yeah,
it's a great show. I know the women are going to come in. The women always bring the men. So, and, I mean, really, if you think about it, we only have 300 seats in the venue, so they go pretty quick. Yeah. When it's a good show. So,
gosh, I'm hoping.
Yes, they'll go
I
quick.
want to sell out.
What a great evening out for for whatever the season celebration would be. Girls' night out, bachelor parties, birthday.
Well, speaking of girls' night out and bachelor party, or bachelorette party, maybe, I think we maybe have, I don't know, one of the most interesting shows I've ever been involved with, and we're doing a tour right now across Canada. 21 shows in 23 days in 6 provinces, and I still decided, of course, to bring this show to Georgina.
You're going to say the name?
Magic Men. Magic Men is coming to this fine
There we go,
theater.
Georgina.
So the gentleman in the middle, his name is Will Parfit. He has over 7 million followers on TikTok.
He's a lookalike.
He is very much a lookalike to Channing Tatum, and we've gotten stopped at the airport, I don't know, 100 times now in the last 3 days, and there's your comparison.
Yep.
Well.
So he will be here in Georgina, folks, on the right. Any ladies interested, there are about 20 tickets left.
So this is tomorrow
night at the Stephen Leacock. I don't know.
I think so today's Monday right now. So if you're watching it today, it's for tomorrow. So and if you're watching right now, you need to go online.
With only 20 tickets.
It's going to sell out
and we're very fortunate that we have tickets and we will be there. So we're very, very excited to not only support you and the work that you do, but certainly you will enjoy the half-naked men on the stage.
What about you?
Stop it. We'll just leave that alone
Yeah, we
now.
better just stop talking about this.
Grant, it might be a little bit more than half.
Oh, dear. Oh, no.
Just saying.
Georgina, you heard it here.
Maybe 3 I'm certainly not. Anyways, let's just leave that
we'll
there.
just leave it at that.
There. But
Good time will be had by all.
It's a great show. The guys are all wonderful, and I get asked that all the time: are they really nice guys, or are they,
Yeah.
But they're phenomenal. They're great kids, and just really I'm blessed to work with them. And from here to East Coast, back to the West Coast, and then after this to New Zealand.
Well, were they not just in Vancouver? I thought I saw something on social media. Was that yesterday or the
We were in Calgary yesterday and Vancouver the day before.
Okay, I was going to say, I went, but
we got a big stint here in Ontario. Yeah, of course. This is one of my hometowns. This is it.
Wow.
Always got to bring the entertainment here. It's just the way it is.
Well, if he wasn't doing anything, he could come on Wednesday's show.
You just never know. You just never know.
We're
staying
there
locally.
Was a little,
I'll leave that there.
There was a little bird in my ear saying something.
Listen, you never just know. I know the show's here, and I'm going to do my best to see what we can do.
I think the viewers would really enjoy that.
Yeah.
I mean, but suffice it to say, I mean, there's an amazing lineup coming.
There's a
over
lot
the
of stuff
next
coming,
few
and we haven't even
months,
touched
so.
on. There are some other shows, and we'll save that for next year.
Yes.
And of course, social media is where it's all at for all of our shows. ForrestJonesEntertainment.com and
Super.
on social, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're on all of them. So I know anybody does any little Google search, you'll find out what's going on.
Great, thank you so much. Georgina, you heard it here, tomorrow night show, 20 tickets left. Don't go anywhere. Still more on today's Georgina Life.
I am ready for some deliciousness, Georgina. We are so lucky to have Ilana Osmond. Welcome to the show, owner of the Garden of Eden. And we are making something, you are making something super yummy today, and you're going to show us how to do it.
I mean, you can help if you want to.
Yeah, well,
We're
just...
You can help with the eating part.
Yes.
We'll take it.
So, how long have you been around? Tell our viewers, when did you...
4 years.
4 years.
About 4
My
years,
gosh,
yeah.
so we probably had you on the show when you first...
The very first year.
Holy mackerel.
Twice, maybe, or
Yeah.
like shortly into
Well,
the second
COVID
year.
is just like screwed with everyone's mind.
know,
We don't know
right?
whether we did you on Zoom or whether you were here in the studio.
I was here.
You were here
Yeah,
in the
both
studio. I
times.
remember you did. There was, I
Yeah.
remember eggs and burgers. And so this is really significant. We spoke about this off air. Notice how I'm just jumping in after you did the intro.
Jump in.
Just tell us about this sandwich that we're making.
Okay, so it's chopped cheese, famous New
Okay.
York sandwich. My niece went to New York, and
Okay.
she's telling me about this sandwich. So I'm like, this sounds really good. So I looked it up, found
Let's get that in
the
there and
original
start that
recipe,
cooking.
and
Thanks,
we're going to put some ground beef
So
in
ground
here,
beef, okay.
and some sautéed onions.
Okay, so we're putting in beef.
Yeah, so there's a little secret to the beef to enhance the flavor of the beef.
Right.
Which I can't tell you what it is, but
Okay,
I brought
that's
it.
the secret. Okay.
Okay.
And the onion and the secret.
What did you just put in there? Some oil?
So
no,
that's the secret ingredient.
Oh, that's the
ingredient.
secret.
It's a little bit of-
Ooh, I think, Georgina, you should pass that to me, and let me try and smell it. Let me figure out what the secret is.
And then we just let this saute a little bit. So this is street food in New York.
Okay, which I love.
Ooh, I think I might know what it is, but I'm not going to say it out loud. I'm gonna keep the
Don't give
secret the
away.
secret. I'm gonna keep it quiet.
This is not our segment. This is hers. So that's a little. We got a little S&P
Salt.
here.
So we're
our
putting
salt.
lots of salt on the beef because,
Yes, of course.
salt is everything
Yes,
with beef,
yes.
right?
That-
Okay.
And I'm going to let these saute a little bit. I don't want them to get soft and mushy. I just want them to get
So there's a little crunch.
Yeah, exactly.
Love that.
So I pre-did the bun because
Okay.
of the setup here. So we
Yeah.
want the outside of the bun is nice and toasted. It's on
Okay.
the grill. Inside is soft. So in New York, with street food, you get it, it's wrapped in foil,
Mm-hmm.
and you walk back to your office. So that allows it to steam a little bit before you eat it. So when we make it at the restaurant, we do exactly the same thing. So I wrap it in the foil when it's done, and then let it sit for a bit while we're doing your sides, your salad or your fries or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I really wanted it to be authentic. It's such a
Yes.
famous sandwich,
Yes.
right? So I wanted to do exactly what they did in New York.
Well, and let's get a little fat from that beef there into
Fat,
the bun
protein.
too.
Fat,
'cause that
Well,
just
yeah, like-
adds a whole little a new.
It's the whole
layer
dynamic.
of flavor.
It's the whole
Yeah.
dynamic.
What kind of cheese are you using here?
So this is key. I was schooled by a couple of Americans that came in, which was
Okay.
great because I was able to get, this is authentic American cheese.
Okay. Okay.
So you have to get it from an international supplier because you're not even allowed to drive back with it across the border.
Okay.
So
Dairy.
it's a very creamy, slightly smoky cheese.
Okay.
And it is probably one of the best cheese. It's like a sub cheese. But
Yeah, I
it
know
is-
I'm not
it is
supposed
so
to do
good.
this, but
So if we're at home and we're trying to make this, what kind of cheese would you suggest?
In Canada, a lot of people think American cheese is Cheese Whiz.
Oh,
Because this is Cheese Whiz is done on a Philly, right?
Uh-huh.
But this is actual American sub cheese.
Okay.
So it has when it's heated, it tastes even better.
yeah,
yeah.
mhm.
It
I'm
gets-
tasting. There's a familiar taste to it, but I spend a lot of time in Florida. So chances are I've not had it on a sub, but I've maybe had it on something else.
For sure. Yeah, it's very popular. So I actually had a couple Americans in, their regular customers, and so they had it, and they were like, spot on. Like, this is it.
Nice.
And they're so excited they can get it up here now instead of having to go back to the
Just
States.
fabulous.
So I'm like, okay.
So other than that, we've got some lettuce here, tomato.
And we're going to put some mayo on the bun as well.
So I'm going to.
You want to do that?
do
Yeah.
this now.
Tell us a little bit about the restaurant.
Nice, healthy serving.
Yes.
Don't be shy.
I know. I know it's killing me because I'm a Weight Watchers lifetime member. So I'm just counting the points as I'm putting this on.
What are the hours of your restaurant?
So we're 7 days a week.
Okay.
In spring, summer, and fall, we're 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. In the winter, I close on Tuesday for a day, but
for
we're in our busy season now, so
Yeah.
we're 7 days a week.
Oh
So
my
I think
Lord, this is a heart attack
this is
waiting to happen.
Yeah, but you will die happy.
I know.
And when you serve this at the restaurant, do you serve it, I'm assuming, like French fries?
Whatever you want, French fries,
Salad.
sweet potato fries,
Potato, oh,
salad. We have homemade soups, so whatever side you want. It is a very big sandwich. This is 6 ounces of beef, so it's a lot. Yeah, most people, they'll eat half the sandwich and their side and
then take the
rest
to go.
home.
And if you put this in the oven and bake it afterwards, it travels well, and the
Good.
leftovers are great.
Leftovers. I love leftovers.
So are we putting the concoction
So,
of the meat and the onions
yeah.
on and then the tomato and lettuce? Is
Yeah,
there an
so what I'm
order
going
to this?
do is just turn that off.
So that cooked up very quickly.
Yes, it
So
did.
yeah, the beef cooks up very quickly, and we're gonna put. So the reason why it's called chopped
stop.
cheese
Stop.
is because
Right on top.
at the street food they chop the cheese in through the meat. I
Yeah.
just kind of let it
Yes.
melt down
Yeah.
through,
Yeah.
and it's so savory. It's like hits your soul when you eat it.
Nice and hot.
When we tried it at the restaurant, we're like, oh my gosh! I think we ate it for about 3 weeks straight.
Oh, it's funny
Like,
how when you find something that you're really into,
so nice.
it's like, yes.
So this is a staple on your menu?
Yes, this
Okay.
is a regular menu item. Actually, I had somebody in yesterday who said he just ate one in Niagara Falls.
Yes.
And he was like, nope.
No, you need
He's
to come
like,
to Georgina.
This is it.
Yep.
I was like, okay, cool.
Well, I mean, I think the passion that, you feel for your craft, which is food, comes through in the cooking. I don't do it a lot, but I stick with the things that I know that I'm going to enjoy eating.
Like
well,
cheese.
this is the whole point. You find something that
Yeah.
you enjoy,
Yes.
right? Like,
Yeah.
and that's what you want.
Yeah.
So that's good, especially if you can perfect it. So
Well, and the pleasure of serving something you love to your customers.
I love my
who
customers.
become your family.
Yeah, like they become my
so
friends.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Look at that melted cheese,
you
Georgina.
have breakfast
oh
today?
my Lord! I had a bagel, 5 points, WW.
We're not going to talk about the points, right?
lightly
This looks
buttered with
beautiful.
something. Oh my gosh, that's
wrap
enormous.
it. It is enormous,
so
and
I'll
it's a
pull
little
that
bit
off,
of a
'cause you-
mess. So that's why the wrapping helps as
Yeah.
well. So it's not running everywhere. So
I was going to say, you can't really eat this in the car, but I mean, you
No,
could,
you cannot.
like the
No.
way you've wrapped it here.
So there's a trick. There's a whole trick to that. So we're going to throw on a little.
You're just
bit.
itching to get
Well,
in
no,
there.
I mean,
can
it's
tell.
just
He's
like
like,
I'm
I just
looking
wanna
at
be
it
there.
and thinking, like, good heavens, could you put
So
any more
you gotta
on it?
Put a little bit of
More
salt on the
salt.
tomatoes.
A little more
Just a
sodium,
little bit.
yes. I'll be wearing a size 14 shoe if I have a bite of this
Just a little
with
bit.
all the sodium in it.
So then we're
but
just
it
gonna.
looks amazing.
So this is the steaming part,
Okay.
right? We want it to.
Oh, it's just good.
We're just. We're just
Oh
gonna
my
let it.
Lord, is there salt on that meat, girl?
It's not
Whoa,
too
that is
salty.
so good.
And that's it.
Beautiful.
We're done.
It's
And then we're just
so
going to
good.
let that sit.
That's what it looks like.
Steam a little bit. On the outside, you got a crunchy.
Okay.
We're going to
crust.
try it.
So
we're
we're
going
gonna
to try
try
it.
it.
Try
So
getting
we'll-
in there.
You want to try the hot one?
Okay, can we cut
You
it
ready to
without
cut it?
cutting
Oh my.
Yes.
without cutting the,
Let's see.
the lovely counter?
Oh, we're getting the hot one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta have
Wow. Okay.
That's
I feel like I need to have like a ton of paper towel in front of me because this is just going to get crazy
So,
messy.
Okay.
Not much time for it to steam, but it
Oh,
will still
wow.
be very good.
okay. So
Are we doing this at the same time here? Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
we're
here we go. Oh my gosh.
just going
This
to
is going
try
to get
and-
crazy messy.
careful.
That's awesome.
You know it's good when nobody's speaking. You know it's good when nobody speaks.
So that's what mayonnaise tastes like.
Wow.
Okay.
That's incredible.
We're sending our viewers where?
The Garden of Eden, 28664 Highway 48 in Pefferlaw.
I'm telling you, this is truly, truly amazing. I
I'm
cannot
so glad
thank
you guys like it.
so much for being here and also feeding us. Wow. Georgina, don't go anywhere. We've still got more on today's Georgina Life. Ooh, one more bite.
Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness gracious.
Welcome back, Georgina. What a show. What a sandwich. I hope I haven't got lettuce in my teeth.
You still have the paper towel in your hand.
Oh, my goodness. I've certainly got a little mayo there on the side of my mouth. Absolutely fabulous. So, as we said at the top of the show, we have got so much to share with the viewers this morning. So, Amina, kick it off, girl.
Okay, well, you know, it's Mother's Day weekend at the end of this week. So we've got there's a big Mother's Day swim happening on Sunday. If you bring your mom, I mean, that would be a great idea, right? That's what you should be doing. So you can get in free. Mom gets in free with one free admission. If someone else is buying for mom. Happy swimming. So that's over at the Leisure Pool in Sutton. You can go online and take a look there for more information.
Super.
There's also some other stuff going on in Keswick.
So we've got, don't forget this coming weekend is also the swap and sell event. So you know Linda Q is going to be back for that because she loves a good swap meet.
Yep.
So that's Saturday, May 13th, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the parking lot at the Georgina Ice Palace. So that's 90 Wexford Drive in Keswick. So you want to register as a vendor to sell your used or new wares. I love that, new wares. Or come to shop, which is what I did. So to register for a spot, call 905-476-4301, extension 3001. Really important, please, Georgina, no commercial vendors. And the vendors may start setting up at 7:30. So building on that, we've got, what's next?
So there's a huge recycling event at the same time in the same parking lot at the back. So if you want to get rid of any sort of your electronics, that would be the perfect place to do it. Make sure that you're removing all the batteries and packaging when you drop it off. It's free of charge. And I'm sure tons of people have stuff in their home they haven't gotten rid of, that they need to, and it's all like electronic stuff, right?
Well, I mean, if I find one more cell phone that, you know, I didn't donate like I said I was going to, never mind some of the other equipment, I'm too old, I'm not talking about it. All right. Wonderful new things happening in Georgina. Now, this is a brand new one, the Pefferlaw Community Garden. So work is underway and it will be completed soon, but the Georgina Brock Garden Club will be coordinating the garden once it is set up and running. So new pathways and at-grade garden plot. I'm not sure what that is, Georgina. I'm sure you do. 6 raised cedar garden beds of varying heights, storage shed, composter, which is still really key that we compost, an accessible picnic table, workbench, and 2 dwarf apple trees. So you can find out more about this project and all of the rest of the fabulous things happening at the town of Georgina on their website on the page entitled Building Georgina, www.georgina.ca/municipal-government/Building Georgina. That sounds really neat.
Lots of beautifying.
Yes, and that's really, really important. So you've got another little thing, speaking of beautifying.
Ooh, so there's some beautifying going on in the Pefferlaw area as well. They have a new parquet going in there. I believe they have like a cell phone or like electronic station so that they can provide, I think, different sort of, outings there. What else do they have going on there?
Well, we've got, there's the power outlets.
Raised cedar garden bed, so more beautifying. Another storage shed.
Oh, what's really, really exciting, a public art installation celebrating indigenous culture.
That's right, yes.
Right, and certainly, wow. And again, we want to go to the town website to find out more about what's going on in the Keswick Parkette. Absolutely love that. So something's happening at the library we were going to jump to?
So at the Georgina Public Library at the Keswick branch, they've got something for people who are into crocheting and knitting. It's a hooks and needles corner. So if you have a project that you're working on and you want to connect with other people doing the same thing, what a great way to do that. You can go there. That starts, I believe, on May the 11th, but it's every Tuesday and Thursday from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at that Keswick branch.
I mean, I love that. If you are working on a project, you just go and take your project and...
We got a lot of ideas from other people who are working on something very similar, right?
Well, and that like
feed
mine,
off of each other.
too, in case you kind of think, am I the weird one who's, crocheting a dishcloth or whatever one crochets? Georgina, look at me. I have no idea.
It's very popular,
Is it
apparently.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I did learn to knit when I was a youngin', but rest assured, we know that was many, many, many years ago. So you want to go right to the library, 905-955-6675, or the website, www.georginalibrary.ca. What a crazy show.
That was a crazy show. It was really busy.
Wow. Absolutely amazing. I mean, Georgina Fire, Kaylee always comes on with amazing things. Now, I know when you were a regular host, you talked about you were always prepared and you woke your poor children up in the middle of the night and made them do fire drills and all the rest of that, which is great. I'm really not making fun of it because I don't think that we can ever really be too prepared.
Well, I don't have anything like this in the house, so I'm not prepared in that regard. So maybe now I'll think about doing that.
I'm sure as you leave the studio today, you'll do a stop at Walmart and pull all of those things together.
Next time I see you, I'm going to ask you if you've done it.
I know. Well, please, I'm going to get cash. And Forrest Jones, of course, he's always on the show with amazing things that are happening at the Leacock Theatre. And
huge event tomorrow.
Yes, gosh, apparently 3/4 naked men versus half naked.
Yep.
But what I love about that theatre, and I was in it recently, is just it's large enough, but it doesn't lose its intimacy.
It's the perfect size venue, especially for this area.
300 and change seats, and Forrest said there's only 20 seats left. Really excited. Don't know what I'm going to wear, but
I bet they're already sold out.
Yeah, I'm sure. Just for him being on the show. Here I go again. Who knew? I mean, how many shampoos were there and conditioners?
I always have all these questions. I mean, we didn't have enough time to even ask her all the other questions that I'm sure I have. And
yes, well, and if I had any hair, I would. So, yeah, absolutely fabulous show. Fabulous show.
But we have something else sort of that happened over the weekend that we just want to throw out
So we want to
super
just pull this up very, very quickly.
We have
continuing the happy birthday celebration for
happy birthday to Jeremiah, our producer and director. We'd love you to come on out, or we're going to come on in. And we're going to sing happy birthday.
Would you sit tidy saying, I can't come out. We got to wrap up the show.
We're going to wrap it up
Georgina,
and enjoy
happy birthday to
Jeremiah.
Don't go anywhere. We'll see you on the next Georgina Life. Bye-bye.